Hello guys, welcome to this new vlog. If you are watching this, then indeed I have prevailed because this vlog almost didn't come out. So many things happened. I lost files, I couldn't download the file I already worked on. I was like, why am I even suffering imposing all of this on myself? But like I said, if you are watching this, then I have prevailed. Like the video, leave a little comment, and definitely share with some of your friends. That would do me some good, and I'll be like, okay, at least this video reached as much people as it could. Anyway, we arrived in Gdansk early in the evening. I would say it was even the afternoon. It was like 3 p.m. and as you can see, we were just doing some shenanigans and so on and laughing, happy to be in the new city. And we checked we checked Google Map and realized our apartment was 20 minutes away. We could have called a Uber or buy a train or tram or bus ticket, but we decided, why not take a walk? So we decided to walk, and we walked until the B&B. The way there was nice. We could see something. We also realized we came during is it fair? I don't know, year market. In Germany, you can call it Jahrmarkt, Volksfest, and so on. So we came in such a period, so there were many things to see. But we didn't really do that in the moment because we were just appreciating the vibes, how the city was. It was nice. It was sunny. It was hot, but it was also windy. And after walking maybe 30 minutes, because we did not walk only 20 minutes, I'm pretty sure it was more than that, we definitely arrived at our hotel. And Europe with cobblestone streets, I was afraid for my luggage. Luckily to me, nothing happened. I mean, not to me, someone broke her luggage. So European streets are not forgiving. Make sure you travel with the best luggage. That's not to say we didn't have the best luggage, but even the best luggage can get destroyed by an European street. So we were happy. I will let you just enjoy our room and so on. Everything, just take it in as we are discovering dance together. Hello. Yes. In the right place. Next door? No, just here. Okay, okay. Right. Thank you. ID. And I will give mine. Okay, thank you.
Je m'appelle Adielle, c'est moi qui gère tout pendant que les filles s'occupent sur WhatsApp. Ah là là! Tu nous prends le petit déj? Tout inclus?
J'aime beaucoup. Je veux pas vous faire l'électricité everywhere. Yes. ready? We arrived at the apartment, which was in the city center, and we decided to just leave our luggage and change shoes. For me, I really needed to leave my sneakers and take something that was less hot. I was already tired of wearing the shoes for like, it was at that moment already 15 hours. So we just went out. The apartment is really in the city center, really in the city center. It's next to the longest street in Gdansk. I think the longest street is on the left or something like that. So we went out, went on this side. We decided to just walk to and then we went to the Yarmark, to the market, to just experience it, buy some things, just walk around the street. And what we also did is, at some point we needed money, so we went to I think it was Millennium Bank. It was nice. They didn't cut so much things, so I would definitely recommend. It depends on your credit card, but with mine it was fairly easy to retrieve money. This St Dominic fair is one of the most important event in Europe, according to their websites, and the most important or the biggest in Poland, and it's generally from end of July to mid-August. So if you are in Danzig around that period, you definitely have to go. I mean, it's like knowing they have Christmas market during Christmas and not going there. I think it's definitely worth a visit because it's so big. You will walk so many streets, so many places, and there are just people selling things, arts and crafts, jewelry, food, things, wine, so many things. It was, I mean, we were not there for shopping, but just walking around was already enough, and we couldn't eat everything. It depends on your preference. You can definitely try a bit more. It was not on our list. We just wanted to chill, to discover what Danzig had to offer, and we were pretty satisfied with what we had. So I would say it's a must see. Go ahead, and it's something very historical because it started, I think, between the 11 or 13th and 13th century. From what I got to understand, 1216. It started around 1216 because a king allowed the Dominicans to, have a fair.
C'est salé.
C'est au fromage seulement.
Ah, le fromage seulement. Je ne savais pas. Sinon, j'avais pas mis la confiture.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
Alors les filles, qu'est-ce que vous dites?
After eating at the Dominic fair, we just walked. The girls wanted to have ice, and I was not part of it. But you know, they got some pretty nice ice. I just couldn't find the name. And then we went to this Mandu restaurant, which was highly recommended. I mean, it was hyped. And for some hype location, you would think it was not nice. I think it was worth it. We waited outside. Luckily, when we arrived, there were maybe like 10 people before us, and while we were waiting, so many people came again, so the waiting line was long. But luckily, people were coming out regularly, so at some point we were able to come in to sit down. The service was nice, the drinks was nice, the girls really appreciated that. I didn't take any lemonade or cocktail. I stick to tea because I didn't want to have too much sugar, so I was trying to reduce where I could. So if it was not something that was necessary, I wouldn't have it, like a lemonade or ice. I will have ice when I want, but I'm not that fan of ice. Yeah, I'll let you see what we ordered. So let me give you a little gist of what we had. This one, I think it was spicy beef with cheddar sauce. Then we had one with not mushroom, with spinach, feta, and some dried tomatoes. That one was the least favorite, and it was the only one that was boiled. The girl didn't. I mean, it was not that they hated that, but they really liked everything that was big. And I was the one who ordered the spinach one. I found it okay, but I mean, I can easily try many different foods, so that was okay for me. I found it nice. They couldn't eat it that much. And then we also had one with beef kentucky and another with chicken. So that we had four different these 3 baked, 1 boiled, and they were all nice. Mandu was really, I mean, the food was tasty, the drinks were tasty. It was, I can easily say 10 over 10. It's worth the hype. You definitely should go to visit.
Bref, je crois que c'est la sauce qui s'appelle Kentucky, je sais pas trop. Pierogi au
La sauce Kentucky, c'est ça.
Vraiment très bon.
Bien déjà. Faites
At Mandu, pierogies are freshly made per order, so sometimes you really have to wait a little longer. And I guess you can drink, maybe you can even have starters. We didn't think much about starters because we were at the Dominic's fair. We already ate some things, and after we left Mandu's, it was maybe 10 minutes away from our apartment, we decided to go for a stroll instead of going back at the apartment. And to get to this street, we definitely had to pass our apartment. Like I was saying, it was in the city center. It was like 2 minutes from where we are working now. some point, yes, we walk on till the amber sky. We actually wanted to do the amber sky for the sunset. That was the initial plan, but I guess we were directed by our bellies because we were so hungry, so we decided instead to look for place to eat and do all the things you have previously watched. So right now we walked to amber sky, then we did some pictures at the Gdansk letters which are in front of the amber sky. The amber sky costed something like maybe 10 per people, not much. It was also really a nice experience. Even in the night you could see the city from above. It was luminous, it was nice, and I guess the sunset view, it's even more amazing. Definitely add that on your list. We came back late at night, so we were tired and we woke up not so early in the morning. So by the time we were all prepped up, our rendezvous that we had, I had booked a walking, how do you walking tour, man. I don't know why the words are just jumping out of me. So we were supposed to start the walking tour at 11 a.m. but we arrived late, fashionably late. At least the girls were beautiful, we were all stunning and so on. So we walked to the meeting point. They had already started, so knowing myself with tour guides and so on, I knew the company, so I went to this one and I asked him if we could join his tour instead. That was starting at 11:30 because we had already missed 30 minutes from our other tour and we didn't know where he was. So he said, yeah, he's going to ask. Our tour guide was near us, but he had already done like 30 minutes or so of presentation. So he really wanted to hear the history, get to know Gdansk from the beginning. So we started off with this one. To be honest, the tour was too long for me. I would say too long because we stayed at the same place for almost 2 hours. He had so many stories to tell, but one of the reasons why I like tour city tours, it helps me to understand the city and also to get most of the view from the beginning so that I know where I can come back and visit. And what he showed us were actually points or places where we had already been. We only had the story added to it. Not that the story was not interesting. Like I said, the story was really captivating. And because we started so late, at some point we were so hungry that after 2 hours and maybe 15 minutes or 30 minutes, I went to him. The tour was not yet over. I went to him and told him we are going to stop here, and we gave him our contribution because the free tour you can give as much as we want. We gave him and then we went searching for food. We found something that was, I think, 15 minutes away from where we were at near the Riviera, and it was this nice restaurant. I am going to put the name here, and the food here was also amazing. It was, I would say, it was more a local place, and whew, we ate our belly full. I will also let you know just have the videos because trying to explain to you might be difficult. We had so much food, they even placed a bet on us that we wouldn't finish the food, but they didn't know we were so hungry, so hungry.
So we have just finished. We are coming from the restaurant. We ate like if it was a feast. We feasted on you. What did the server said? He said, then
was too hungry.
no, actually they bet that we will not finish the food. And he was so surprised because we ate everything.
But
Man,
now,
you will see the photos and you will I believe you are going to understand.
I just ate a little bit.
Says who?
Say the fine girl.
And now she's going for dessert in another
need a dessert.
restaurant. So
We need to take
mhm.
some ice and maybe a little piece of cake.
Little. We are going to see the little.
So this is the interior of the white, not the white church. This is the interior of the biggest church. I need to find a name. Marienkirche? I don't think so. But it was first a Protestant church. That's why the walls are white. It's not like any other Catholic church, because like I was trying to say, it was Protestant because the Germans established it after the Reformation from Luther, and he explained the church shouldn't have so many decorations and so on. So when after the war the Germans were chased away, so the church went back to Catholic, and that's why you're seeing statue and so on, but no ornaments like you can see in other cathedrals. When I was in this church, I didn't feel that comfortable. I mean, that's always happen when I'm in a cathedral also, and I know people worship there, but it's just not my vibe. And yeah, I apart from the vibe, the feeling inside, the atmosphere that was too heavy, it was a nice experience, to see a church from the exterior that looks like a cathedral, and inside, which totally different. If you're in Gdansk, definitely check that out. And yeah, no, it's part of the city. After eating, the girls finally got their ice and cake, and again in the evening we went for a walk. We walked so much that we reached the food hall, and we're asking ourselves why we didn't come here to eat. But see the amount of food we ate, where we ate during the day, we were still full. So although we were teased by the food or attracted to the food. We actually didn't order anything here, but if you were to visit Gdansk a second time, we would definitely come here. This is the Montonia food hall, and they have so many varieties, and it's mostly international food, less local. But if this is something you're looking for, definitely come here. And then I don't know if you know how food halls work, but yes, they are just like social hubs where you can meet so many. If you want to, you can meet many people, or you can just have different things at one place. And it was open at this time. I think it was already 11, and it was still open. It's not it didn't look like as if people were going. Some things were closed, but not most of them were still open. So yeah, that was our experience, and then we went back, and that was the last thing we did on this full day. In the morning, we were going to travel to another city. Hello, bienvenue, welcome. Ceci c'est notre dernier jour, this is our last day in Gdansk. And yet we are ready, taking our breakfast and sharing how we found that, how it was. And it might be in French and English, so just listen. On est là. How was Gdansk for you?
Hello guys. Gdansk was really beautiful. A pretty, not that quiet town, but not that loud. No, it was really nice experience. Je pense que je reviendrai vraiment avec plaisir à Gdansk. Maintenant, nous avons terminé notre séjour, nous sommes prêts à partir. On prend un petit déjeuner tout ensemble avant de prendre notre train. Et je vous recommande, venez visiter, vous ne serez pas déçus.
Tu as comme boisson pour le petit déjeuner. C'est quoi ta boisson?
Un latte matcha mango.
Et c'est comment ta note?
Il est agréable, mais vu que j'aime un peu de sucre, j'avoue que j'aurais aimé un peu plus de sucre.
La moitié.
We almost missed our train because when we arrived at the city, the train station, we left the restaurant at minus 10 or 15 minutes. I think it was even 10, but I chose the restaurant or the cafe because it was so near the city, the train station, and I knew after eating we were going to take the train. But unfortunately, when we arrived at the train station, we couldn't find anywhere the information on which track we should go, and I checked on my ticket and there was no track number. So we were running up and down and praying say, God help us. And then finally, after going down and up, we asked someone and he told us the track. I think it was track 1, and we rushed there. We only waited for like 30 seconds or 1 minute max before the train was coming. I was so afraid we were going to miss it. I was like, no, we cannot miss it, I don't want to miss it. So we definitely took the train, and our next stop is, if you know it, write it in the comment. So the ride was smooth, and yeah, we tasted the cake I showed you earlier. Onela went in the morning when we were waiting for our breakfast. We also had like a sweet tooth. We saw things that were interesting, and we decided we wanted to have them. And then I said, you know what, let us try and see if we can buy the just one piece each and then share. And it was such a nice idea, because if we each had bought that dessert, it would have been too much. It was so sweet, but it was also so nice. They divided each piece in three, so each of us, we had in our packs one pistachio croissant, and the names of the two other I cannot tell you, but I can only tell you it was really nice. So it was really a nice idea, because each one of us, we could eat our dessert when we wanted to. We didn't have to share in the train. So definitely ask if you have something, ask. And yeah, the Polish people were so nice to us, understanding. We felt, appreciated. And yeah, we were a bit sad when we were leaving. Yeah, but our next destination was awaiting with new experiences. So stay tuned to watch it. And if you have watched until now and you have not subscribed, liked, or comment, please go and do it. This will help my channel a lot. Share with your friends, comment. Anyway, leave me a comment. Let me know what you liked, and if you need anything besides the hotel we have here in the vlog. If you need one, just contact me and you can get up to 10% discount. Don't tell me I didn't give you anything. See you on the next vlog.